Hey, Shawnee from SpeedCubeReview.com. I don't usually do comparison videos, but I've gotten a lot of requests. Requests. Hey, Shawnee from SpeedCubeReview.com. I don't usually do a lot of comparison videos, but I've been getting a lot of requests to compare the WeiLong v11 SE and the GAN v100 because they're basically the flagship type puzzles, but slightly different in black internals. And we're going to go through that. Now, let's first start with price. So the v100 is just coming out. It's on pre-order, and it looks like the pre-orders are $40. The v11 SE is not as easy to find. I find it some places but not others, and a version that is just magnetic with no ball core is $25, and the ball core is $60. So with a ball core, this one's cheaper, the WeiLong's more expensive. However, the core for the GAN does not have edge magnets, so it is an 8 magnet core, while the WeiLong is a 20 magnet core. There are edges, or there's magnets in the edges, and supposedly that's going to give it a bit more of a push. There's also magnets right there. Some people like them, some don't. I don't feel a difference too much with the edges, but with setup, meaning a little bit of lubrication to slow it down, you get some of that pull, that auto alignment, but it's nothing super crazy. Let's do size and weight. So let's get my caliper out. I can't really tell you what is the best cube, but hopefully with showing you all these comparisons, you can get a good idea. So the GAN v100, it says 55 millimeters. It's a little bit smaller. It's about 54.6. And the WeiLong is about 55.5. So about 1 millimeter difference. Let's check weight. For the v100, we have 64.6 grams. For the v11 SE, we have 67.9. Again, kind of similar with the WeiLong being a little bit heavier. Okay, as far as also how they feel, the v11 is a lot more squared off edges. There's definitely a blockiness to this that makes it feel, I would almost say, larger than it is. Like, I mean, it feels smaller than a, regular size GAN, but the sharper edges make it feel larger. This, because the edges are a little more rounded, actually feels smaller than 55.5 millimeters. If I was just to hold these, I mean, I know which is which, so it doesn't really help if I close my eyes. They feel very similar in size. Keep catching on that. Yeah, no edge or corner adjustments for the magnets. And as far as the core, oh, I forgot, I need that stamping thing. There we go. 6 different settings for the center travel, and we have 12 adjustments for the compression. With the MoYu, we have 8 and 8. It's like they're exactly trying to compete with each other. It's slightly different things, but very similar there. Flexibility. I feel like overall, what settings do I have right now? 5 and 5. So I'm kind of in the middle for this. I feel like the compression is stronger on the MoYu. So it wants to snap more into this cubic shape. With the GAN, it's lighter but stronger magnets. Definitely softer magnets on this one, but more of them. Stronger magnets here. Yeah. So overall, they're both really good puzzles. I do like the more rounded feeling of the WeiLong than I do the very squared off edges of the v100. Why am I always missing that? Yeah, I've got a weird catch I keep getting. I'm feeling like I'm getting a little more fluidity in the WeiLong, but let's do a battle. I'm going to do 5 solves on each, and let's just see how this goes. Okay, 12, 2, 2, 7. Next scramble. $10.68. Okay, so that's 1 point for Gan. $12.15. Probably shouldn't have done that COLL, but really wanted to. A little lock up there. Oh, come on. 1 more point for Gan. So can we get a comeback? MoYu would have to win 3 in a row. $11.999. Okay. Ah, forgot the Orlo. I think I've had 3 Abrams in a row. Well, 3 for Gan. Okay. So, as far as price, we've got the Gan 100 that's in the middle of the 2 different SEs. As far as number of magnets, the Gan is between the two SEs. As far as tensioning, near identical, just slightly different structure of how it's set up, with 6 and 12 instead of 8 and 8 variations. No magnet adjustment on each. Weight, pretty much identical, just 3 grams heavier for the WeiLong. As far as size, it's 1 millimeter different, so 54.5 to 55.5, but they feel quite similar in the hands because of that rounded edge piece. The main difference, I would say, is between stronger magnets and stronger maglev. That's what I'd say the difference is. What do I like the feeling of? I like the WeiLong. What did I just perform better with? That would be the Gan. Now, 3 random solves, that could do anything. So I'd have to do hundreds of them, which I'll probably do. I'll probably do that. But with all that said, let me know which one is most appealing to you, which one you would most likely spend your money on. If they're available at Speedcube Shop, I will put a link in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Hit like, subscribe for more content like this in the future, and as always, keep following Speedcube Review for more news and reviews.